Hi air signs, welcome to my channel. It's me, Gorgeous Gold, coming on to do your weekly energy update. I do want to take a moment to give thanks for all of y'all that have been supporting me. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, comment, let me know how the videos are resonating. If you would like to book a private reading, all of my information is down below in the description box, and we're going to go ahead and jump in. I want to ask the universe to place a bubble around this reading, and anyone that tunes into it, I ask that that bubble is filled with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. All right, let's see what's going on with my air signs for this week. Make the messages very clear. Guys, Mercury just went into retrograde. All right. 8 of Diamonds, which is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, okay. 5 of Wands. Okay. Ooh, that card fell. 8 of Spades, which is the 8 of Swords. Oh, 5 of Cups. And the outcome. The 4 of Cups. Okay, so, and then the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords. With the 8 of Diamonds coming out, there's something that I feel like you've been working towards, or maybe something that you had in your mind that you were wanting to build upon and that you were wanting to add on to, and maybe you're finding out this week that there's some obstacles that are being put in your way. And I don't know, air signs, you guys have been working towards something, and it's like maybe it's not working the way that you thought it was going to, or you're not getting the results back that you thought you were going to get back. Because with the 8 of Diamonds, it's like you had this entire vision and you were moving towards all of these things, and you had this thought, you had these thoughts and what you were going to do and how you were going to do them. And maybe along the way, you know, you got some of the wrong patterns, or you had some mindsets or shifts that really didn't align with the vision. And so now it feels like this week is kind of bringing you some obstacles that you're having to overcome. And I do feel like it's causing you a lot of mental restriction. With the 5 of Wands here, I feel like you've been battling yourself. So there's just a lot happening on there's just a lot being placed against you with what you're trying to work on. And I feel like there's some mental restriction coming in because things aren't working out as easily as you thought they were going to, or some news comes in, some information comes in, and it's like you're having to change your direction. And maybe you're losing something this week that you thought, you know, was going to bring you fulfillment, or that was going to bring you the happiness that you were wanting. But it feels like someone did something, or something happened that put you in a sense of mental restriction. Maybe this is something that you did, and now you're feeling guilty, or you're battling yourself of how to move forward, and you don't really know. Because with the 8 of Swords in the middle, I do feel like this is your own mental restriction. Like the 5 of Wands is you battling yourself, feeling really defensive, not sure which way to go. You're just kind of in this space of, you feel stuck. That's what I am trying to say. Like, you feel stuck. You don't really have the words to express how you're feeling. You don't know which way you want to move, and there's a lot of heartbreak and like pain surrounding you this week. With the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups coming out, it feels like there's just a lot of sadness in regards to, maybe this is a relationship, or in regards to a financial endeavor that you were going on, and you found out maybe that you're going to have to change your plans. Something's not going to work in the way that you thought. But I do feel like this is in regards to something that you were putting your energy into, and something that you were building. And maybe the 5 of Wands is here because you know that you're the reason. Like, you know that whatever's happening is because you didn't put an effort towards it, or because you did something that wasn't in alignment. And with the 5 of Cups here, I really do feel like you're all over the place, because this cup, it's like leaking on the floor. So somebody is wanting to pour their heart out, but it's like you're all over the place. As you can see, these cards are kind of wild. So you're all over the place. You don't really know where to begin if you were to say anything. And then with the Four of Cups energy right there, it's like you're broken. Like you just feel broken. You feel defeated. You feel like the visions that you have are just almost right out of reach every single time. But I feel like it's all in your mind, because with the Eight of Swords grounding the reading, this is very mental. We're gonna have to get some clarity, because your energy is just heavy. It's like you don't have words. Eight of Diamonds. The Empress. Five of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. This is making sense. Eight of Swords. Mother of Pentacles. Five of Hearts. Son of Swords. Four of Cups. Oh wow, the Ten of Swords. Alright, so, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Cups. So, the Empress card right here, you are working towards, for some of you guys, there's two messages that I'm hearing. So, for the first group, you were working towards something. If you are a masculine energy, it's like you were working towards being with a feminine, or you had this idea that you were going to build this future with this feminine, and you had all these plans and these ideas, but then now you kind of put yourself into this mental restriction, and so you're not really sure what your Ace of Pentacles is. You're not really sure. You're battling yourself on if this is the direction that you want to move in, because maybe things aren't they're not looking the way that you had hoped that they would. They're not working for you the way that you had hoped that they would. Maybe there's children involved, or a mother figure involved. Because the Eight of Swords is here and it's clarified by the Mother of Pentacles. So there could be kids involved, or something with children. There's something with children. There's like children are affecting the connection, or I don't know. You have a baby mama, you have kids, or you're a baby mom, or you have children and you're trying to go towards a connection, but something's holding you back in regards to children, or this is just your inner child that is needing to be healed. But there's blockages taking place within the area of love, because it's like you're trying to move towards this feminine energy, or you thought that you were going to move towards this feminine energy, but maybe you're realizing now that you're working towards something that you don't want, because you're really conflicted with the Five of Wands here. It's like you're battling yourself. So nothing is really happening on the outside, but it's like there's things happening within yourself, and maybe something did happen on the outside that caused you to get into this space, but I don't feel like the other party did anything to you, or that there was any wrongdoing. It's just kind of like your own mental restriction, or this mother energy. Maybe there's baby mama drama, like, or just children causing stress, causing havoc. Not that children are bad, but that's what this reading's feeling like. Like maybe somebody feels trapped because of children, or I keep going back to it, but that's what I'm hearing. So anyways, with the Ace of Pentacles here, it's like you're conflicted on what your pentacle is. You're conflicted on what you wanted in your life, because in one sense you really want to build with this Empress. You really want to work towards having these things, but then on the other side you're like, no, that's not what my pentacle is. And for those of you guys that this is not involving an Empress or a relationship of any sort, then this is just like 1 second you were building towards what your intuition was guiding you on, but now you're feeling conflicted and you don't know if your intuition can be trusted about this new beginning. So you're kind of going back and forth in your mind. You're like, well, maybe I do this, maybe I don't. And the Mother of Pentacles is like, you're needing to get into that Queen of Pentacles energy, but you can't, because you have inner childhood work that's blocking you. You're really your own worst enemy right now. Like, there's steps that you could be taking, but because of the wounds and the damage that you have within and within your own heart, you're in this space of not being able to move. Like, you just feel really stuck. Your mouth is just quiet this week. You're feeling heavy. You don't know what your pentacle is anymore. You were moving in one direction and now you're stuck. You feel lost. And so with the Five of Cups being clarified by the Son of Swords, it's like by the end of the week, you have this idea, like, I do see maybe you're walking away. And it's so mental, like everything is you. And I don't mean that like you're a problem, but I'm like, it's your mentality. This is all happening within. So this week is going to bring you a lot of introspection and a lot of you really going within to find out what you want. And I do see some of you guys walking away from certain situations or closing people out, cutting people out, doing cord cutting ceremonies, doing cord cutting rituals, just getting away from this energy. Maybe some of you guys are moving away from, if you have kids, you're moving away from your baby mom, or you're moving away from someone that has kids, or you're moving towards something, or you're healing your inner child. There's a lot of just energy around children. And then the Five of Cups with the Son of Swords, I'm kind of confused right there, because it's like, okay, yeah, the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So you receive some kind of spiritual guidance this week, and it allows you to make the action on what you want to move on, which is why the Ten of Swords came out. It's kind of heavy, which makes sense that you'd be in the Four of Cups, because you don't want to have to walk away, and you don't want to not be in this space, but you also spiritually know that your truth is your truth. And even if you're not a very spiritual person, it's like when you hear this message, even if you've never followed signs or synchronicities, you're going to know that it is your straight, direct guidance. And you're like, I really feel like I'm keeping myself trapped in a loop that I don't belong in if I don't take action away from this thing right now, because it feels really heavy and it feels like a burden almost. And then with the Ten of Swords here, I really do like the Four of Cups. It's like the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. It's like, yeah, see? So she's got her eye on this Ace of Cups. That's what that is, that she's looking at. But you already have these three cups. But by the end of the week, you feel like if you hold on to all of this stuff, you're going to miss out on this cup, which is your Ten of Cups. You're going to miss out on your wish fulfillment by holding on to this toxicity. It's two opposite energies. And so pulling that card just even gave me another message, which is some of you guys may be deciding between two energies, and like, you have this Empress, you wanted to work towards that person, you wanted to move towards them, but maybe you were blocked by children, and you were trapped in this cycle with children. You were trapped with the mother of your children, or with someone with children. I don't know. You were trapped. Children are very centered around the reading. So you were trapped with the mother of your child, or not necessarily trapped, but you were working on things with them, and then you receive guidance. It's like, when it hits your soul, you know that it hits your soul, and you know it's time. And then it moves you into the space of, now you're like, I have to get myself out of this. I want to move towards this and away from this. There's literally opposite ends of energy. On one side, you have all of this heaviness, these burdens, this toxicity. And then on the other side, you have love and unlimited abundance and unconditional trust and truth and faith. And then you just have this. It's almost like minor arcana devil energy. And I never really read the Ten of Swords that way, but that's what I'm hearing. So even if you look, like, these flowers are all drooping, they're kind of dead. Like, maybe you had some good times in the situation, but these are blossoming. They're fruitful. They're rewarding. Whereas these ones are gone. It's already been done. Whatever the situation is, it's been time for you to walk away from it for some time now. But you had these hopes, you had this vision that you wanted to work towards, and now you're here. And there's some blockages with children. It's either inner children or something. Your card for the week is, what do you feel? Even that, like, look, you're choosing between apples and oranges. Like, there's some kind of decisions going on right now. And they're literally apples and oranges, like opposites. one is just super low vibrational and the other one is just, and it's not even that they're lower vibrational, maybe they're just not in alignment with you. And then the other side is 10 of Cups. So one side leaves you feeling like this, whereas the other one leaves you feeling really fruitful and youthful and enlightened and happy and abundant. And it's not to say that this energy is bad. I mean, for some of you guys, it's definitely toxic, but others of you, it could just literally be, you know, if this is how it makes you feel. It's triggering you, or it just doesn't feel good to you, whereas the other end feels really well for you. It feels really good. So we'll see what this says. What do you feel? There are many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it all comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you? Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have been thinking about which way to go with the matter of importance, and you have got a bit stuck in the logic of the decision-making process. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later on if needed. If we are slightly off base with a decision, life will often shift and move to guide us back on track. We don't have to be perfect. In fact, there's rarely ever a perfect choice to be made, just some choices that feel more heart-honoring than others. Sometimes we can only really know in hindsight if we made the best choice possible in that moment. At the time of decision-making, we only have our internal wisdom to rely upon, and that is all we need. The oracle of what do you feel is telling you there is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices. Just making a choice will set things in motion. The best way to catalyze the situation you are in and bring about healing change, stimulate your creative juices, and find a more inspired, energized, and enjoyable approach to your life is just to make a choice based on what you feel right now. Not based on anyone else's feelings, just yours. So ask yourself, what do I feel right now? And go from there. If you cannot relate to the need to make a choice between two or more clear alternatives, then this oracle brings you the message. You are at a crossroads in your journey, and the choices that you make at this time, even simply choosing to do little things, or to do things a little differently without much drama associated with the decision, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter your life. Take a different approach to something. Be open to that which makes you uncomfortable but could be exciting and interesting. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most wonderful thing ever and more that you simply take an action from your heart. Open up to the creative magic of life and don't worry about how it is all going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details, and you are not immune to that plan. In fact, you are a natural part of it. So just spend some time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfectly. All right, air signs, that has been your message for the week. I hope that this brought you some clarity. I love you guys, and I'm sending you a lot of positive energy throughout this time. Mwah. Namaste. Thank you.